Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Lujan and I'm going to discuss the compliance technique known as foot in the door. According to our textbook, this technique stipulates that individuals are more likely to comply with a second larger request if he or she first agrees to perform a smaller initial request. Additionally, our textbook suggests there are 3 reasons why this technique works. First, people want to be perceived as helpful. Second, people want to be consistent. And third, people are usually aware of social responsibility. Ultimately, the foot in the door technique is a compliance technique that follows a set pattern, where first you get a yes, and then you get a bigger yes. For me, I recently experienced using this technique when I asked my friend to help me with this video, and also asked if he would be willing to use his phone to record this video. Although at the time I didn't realize what I was doing, when I sat down to prepare for this presentation, I realized that I did follow the set pattern, and it ultimately did help me persuade my friend to help me. When I asked my friend for this request, I knew the extent of the request that I was making, and I knew it was large. And I knew that if I asked it outright, I might be turned down. Therefore, when I reached out to my friend, it was through text message, and I only asked if he would be willing to help me make a video for a class presentation. Once he agreed, and we met up in person, it is then that I asked if I could also use his phone to record the video because my phone was unable due to the lack of storage. He was reluctant, but he ultimately agreed. Now that I've shared with you this experience, I'm going to talk about the implications. First, I believe my friend agreed to the second larger request because he had already agreed to the smaller initial request. And since the 2 were related, he felt obligated and didn't want to seem inconsistent considering he had already agreed. Second, I definitely think social responsibility and the social norm of helping a friend out definitely played a key role. Lastly, I think he felt a sense of emotional obligation to perform the request. Since he perceives himself to be a good and reliable friend, he then acted as such by helping me with this video. The reason these implications are important to understand is because this concept applies across the board in situations, whether they be personal life, academic, or professional. I think in workplace settings especially, people use this technique without even realizing it every day. To better explain this, think of a businessman who is working on an assignment for work and goes to a coworker in order to ask for feedback. The coworker provides excellent feedback and therefore making the individual understand that he is capable of excellent feedback and ideas. He then continues to go to the coworker over the course of time, asking for more and more feedback on more important and significant documents. Ultimately, the friend then makes a partner. Another example could be when an employee goes to his or her boss in order to share a proposal. The boss likes the proposal and continues to give tasks to the individual until making him a member of the task force. Overall, I think there are many things we can learn. We can learn that emotions and how we feel about others play a pivotal role in when trying to persuade others. In conclusion, foot in the door technique produces compliance because people want to be perceived as helpful and desire consistency when providing favors for others.